there was something which I would teach people first before anything else, is entering into a 2-on-1 Shin Pin. If you actually get this, you're going to pass somebody's guard. There's really not much that they can do when you have it properly. That being said though, if it fails, the worst thing that really happens is you end up in half guard or not much happens after ours. So it's one of those situations where you can gain everything and lose nothing really. So let's take a look at what we want to do to his feet beforehand, okay? So we're going to have him sit right here on this line so you guys can see what a center line is. We have him down in a body lock, okay? Lay down. What I want to do is, I want to take his foot across the center line and staple his leg just like so and have two of my legs controlling his leg. From here, it's an easy shot for me to get into a top side mount. He has no real ability to put me back into a guard, but it's really a thing of how do I get him here. So, face towards me right here. I enter into the body lock, I put him down, and I have elbow to knee connection. And I take a good look at my left knee. I take my left knee and I pass it to the center line. From here, I kick my right leg back, and I enter into a 2-on-1 Shin Pin. So, we're here, he has butterfly hooks in. I take my left knee in, kick my right leg back, and we're here. Now, from this position, I'm going to start stepping over the top of his knee with the intention of getting over the top and settling into diagonal control. Let me show you guys what to do from here. Face your head this way. Good. So we successfully get into the 2-on-1 Shin Pin where his leg is controlled by two of my legs. Now, from here, when I have the body lock locked up nice and tight, my head is facing towards a given side. But once I step over the top of his knee, I'm going to look towards the other side so I have diagonal control. I take my left leg up and I start going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until my knee comes over the top, and now I'm going to hit a knee sweep backwards that takes his leg back and drops my knee to the floor. At the same time, I go looking from the side that I'm passing to the other side, and I'm here. Now notice what happened. I generated diagonal control in his body. If he were to turn away from me, that's into me, turn away from me, the lower body stops him. If he goes to turn into me, the upper body stops him. So from here, I have control over his lower body. When he goes to turn away, his lower body's controlled. When he goes to turn into me, his upper body's controlled. Now, look at what happens if my head was on the same side. He can easily come up to an elbow, and everything's lost. So if I'm here and my head's on the same side, he can start coming up and entering up onto an elbow. Whereas, if my head's on the other side, he goes to come up, he can't. My head's in the way. Now, if we're here, he has everything nice and tight, and as I go to step over the top, I feel like his knee is just too high. I have no real ability to get over the top of his knee. And that's when I start using my action hand. Why do I use my action hand? To do things. I take either a hand to the top of his knee or a hand on his hip, and I take my elbow to the inside. They have their pros and cons. When I have my hand on his hip and my elbow to the inside, I don't have as strong of a push, but I have no real risk of slippage. When I have my hand on the top of his knee, I have a much stronger push, but I could slip. So choose whichever one wisely. Good news is, they're both really good. I push on his knee. Now when he goes to lift his knee, my hand stops him, and I step 1, 2, 3, and I switch my head. Now I have diagonal control, and I'm on top of him. My right leg kicks back, and I walk his hips away from him. So I enter into this position on top of him in a topside mount. We hold, we get our points, and it's done. So, once again, using the 2-on-1 Shin Pin to enter into a side mount. We're here, we lock up, we take his left knee, we step over, and we enter into 2-on-1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not good enough, we push, we step over. We switch our head as we drop our knee, kick our leg back, and enter into a topside mount. Now you guys may be asking me, okay, what happens if he throws his left leg over my back? Nothing. Nothing happens. It is useless. He is not going to be able to do anything effective with this left leg. He may feel like he's doing something, lay down. When he throws his left leg around my back, can you guys see that nothing effective is happening here? Just puts on the facade. We do the same exact thing as we did previously. And as you can see, his leg coming across our back means absolutely nothing. So using the 2-on-1 shin pin to pass somebody's guard.